ダメだねダメよダメなのよあんたが好きで好きすぎてどれだけ
Open Gundam style! Welcome to Wow Cool Robot. It's a Gundam podcast. I'm your host, Sarah. I use she, her pronouns. And with me, for the last time, is, well, it's not,
oh
it's
no,
not
it's
your
mutiny!
I'm throwing you overboard. I'm watching Unicorn. It's Max.
Hi, I'm Max. I use he, him pronouns. We're at the end of the fucking road.
Yeah, we made it. Gundam complete.
we made it through. Hooray! The only way out was through.
Yeah, we made it out. We made it out by going through it, episode by episode.
It's textual.
Yeah. Themes.
So okay, Sarah, we have three main sections of this here shindig today.
Sure.
Section 1, we're just going to chat about the show for a bit, just kind of overall impressions, thoughts, questions, comments, concerns, etc. Section 2 is when I'll share my screen and we'll fill out a tier list together and
Sure.
make our official sanction takes.
Yeah.
And section 3 is our mailbag, and we have some fucking tremendous questions as always.
Yeah.
Look forward to it.
Big update in my life, by the way.
We need to do a preamble, of course.
Yeah. I gotta turn my camera on for this one because I need to show you my special guy.
Now there he is.
I'm just showing
There's my man.
for those who can't see this video feed, which is literally everyone besides Max. I'm just showing off I don't know, 12-inch maybe Nanami Kento.
Yeah, looks about right. Yeah.
Yeah, 12, 14-inch. He's nice, and he came in the mail.
He's nice. I never realized that his tie kind of matches the pattern on
it's sick.
saw thing, his butcher knife.
He's nice with it.
He's nice with
his
it.
saw cleaver.
His saw. Mahito, watch out! He's going for the visceral.
He's got the parry.
Fucking Nanami chowing down on some beast blood pellets before going to town.
Yeah, that's basically what overtime is.
Pretty, yeah.
When my boss tells me to work overtime, I also consume beast blood pellets.
You're making me do overtime? Okay, your funeral.
Going into a berserker rage. You made this happen.
Bite this +7 sock lever, I guess.
I haven't found any bloodstones yet. No, I would have found 3. Bloodstone chunk rather. That's the +7.
Yeah, chunk. It's shard.
Yeah, shard
and then
for
twin
3,
shard,
twin shard
then
for 3, chunk for 3,
rock.
rock. Blood rock.
Blood rock. My favorite genre of music.
I love blood. That's what vampires play.
Do you want to hear some blood rock?
That's what Bela Lugosi's Dead was.
Oh God. What have I been up to lately?
You read all of Haikyuu. I think that's happened since we last...
I read all of Haikyuu. It's so fucking good.
I'm told.
It's Bokuto is there. What more could you need to know?
Bokuto is there.
Bokuto is there. Tendo is there. Ushiwaka is there. Come on.
Tendo, my son.
I really didn't like Tendo. I didn't know if I would like Tendo at first when he showed up, but the more I went on, so because what I kind of talked about in Pigot chat was normally I kind of gravitate towards a shitty fail boy who just kind of fails upwards and just has rancid vibes, but you can't really write that well in a sports story without them being a cheater or something very uncompelling to the story at large. So I kind of branched out and found myself latching onto characters I wouldn't normally like, and Tendo is he's simply a funny little guy.
He's just a little goblin. He is unfortunately voiced by the racist in the sub, but yeah, the when you get when they open up the Rolodex and they said, let's get the guy who does all the blackface in voice acting. Let's get that guy for this.
Yeah, that seems like a stellar pick.
Yeah, it's I do love my little Joker son.
He's a silly little man. We love him for it.
He's just a little goofball.
Just a little goofball. Iron-Blooded Orphans had some goofballs too.
Yeah. Well, no, they were Shidens.
They were
Shidens and Grazes. Come on, Max.
Oh, that's pretty fucking good.
I'm imagining you know the magic card Mirror Battlesphere?
Let me just make a quick search. Battle fear. Let me just ooh. Okay, I'm looking.
This but goofs.
Okay, yeah,
That's a goofball.
That's a goofball. That's a goofball right there. I guess my main question, Sarah, is did you like it?
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I was like just looking at like, after I finished the show, one of the first things that I did was like just search IBO and then filter by people that I follow, and I was surprised to see a lot of negativity about this show. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be, everything's going to have, I feel like I talk about things more often when I'm complaining about them sucking than I am like talking about them being epic good. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just really benefited from the super close read. Maybe I like talked myself out of criticisms I would otherwise would have had. But like, I think a lot of people came down hard on season 2, and I definitely had a lot of critiques of season 2 as I was going. But by the end, I felt like it really came together in a way that I liked. I mean, there's definitely a lot of stuff I could pick at that would be better, and I'm sure we'll be going over that over the next however long this episode is. But yeah, I liked a lot of it. Most of it, I think I would go so far as to say.
Yeah, I mean, I think because when I first watched it, I was kind of more of a season 1 enjoyer, and like my kind of one of my main overarching takes, I guess, is like while I think I think the show could have ended at season 1, I'm glad it ended at season 2.
Yeah,
like for this kind of story, I think it needs a more dark ending. Because just like season 1, yay, the day is saved, and like no one really died except for Biscuit, and then season 2 is like, everything fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Don't do what these kids did.
I think that I think I saw a fair amount of people like talking about the show writing checks it couldn't cash, but like I think it was more that like the characters wrote checks that they would not be physically able to cash. Like I think there's a lot of thematic stuff going on where it's like a question I've been like just kind of turning over in my head for the last week or so is like, what did Tekadon really accomplish? Like they were like they wanted to make a place for everyone, and like they kind of failed in doing that. Like they're the one thing that they did really got co-opted by one of the like the big fascist into his political standing, and like the members of Tekadon managed to make it out largely okay. Like Kudelia did make her little school, but Kudelia, honestly, I think Kudelia, unless I'm misremembering, I think Kudelia would have been okay to like make the Fumatan Oddboss Memorial School even if the events of season 2 had not happened. Like it seemed like she was well positioned for that. And it feels like they're going to be the kings of Mars. They're going to do all this. They're going to make a place for everyone in Tekadon. And like Tekadon scatters to the winds at the end. Like there are some people in Kudelia's employ. There are some people who are like just out doing other things. And like definitely a step up for them from CGS. But at the same time, it feels like the human debris, the fact that the human debris was such the focus point of the time skip to me is like, we saw so many non-human debris ways in which humans were treated like shit and like trafficked. Like, all of the turbines were saved from trafficking, and if I remember correctly, next to none of them were human debris. And I feel like that's like thematic. I feel like it's like, sorry to bring this up, but like it feels a bit Dark Souls to me. Like all this and for what? Someone linked the first flame. It's back to how it, the fascist has power. The fascist is now it's not a table of fascists. It's just one guy who did a bunch of war crimes at the end of everything. The people overlooked because it quelled the uprising of it quelled the young upstarts rising up against the governments.
It smacks to me a little bit of high school, where you're graduating and, all of your friends like, oh, wow, this is great. In the next chapter of our lives, we're going to stay together, be friends forever. And then, like, it just kind of, like, fades a little bit from there.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, like, I'm certainly not, like, speaking universally here, but, like, I keep in touch with, like, 2 people from my high school instead of, like, my whole entire friend group just because, like, it's different, It's just, like, it's not, like, what you think it ends up being, I guess.
Right, but it doesn't feel like an intentional like the way that the show ended with Tekadon's goal just being, updated goal, survive. Like it's in a fucking
they Halo reached it.
Yeah, they never reached it. It felt like futile because like they were like they're not going to be the kings of Mars. They're not going to. I mean, in a roundabout way, they did sort of forge a place for human debris and the orphanage, but like they also just Tekadon just kind of took a big L on most of the things, and I think that's a good storytelling decision. To be clear, I like this decision. I really like the fact that like it does feel kind of futile, like especially because like the end of the thing just became, well, okay, let's just get everyone safe and as few people dead as possible.
Right? Yeah, cut your losses. It's like I think it's like a pretty good sign of a compelling ending where the heroes lose and it's still a good ending.
Yeah.
I mean, and
because like
to be clear, season 2, I wouldn't call the Tekadon heroes.
Yeah, like the big victory shot is the big like victory shot is literally just the bad guy taking off the good guy's head and like lifting it aloft and saying we won. And there's like such a weird sense of triumph to it, where like even as like, you know, this is my good friend, my Blorbo, Mikazuki August, and his head is getting torn. Well, you know, his robot's head's getting torn off. He's already dead in the cockpit. But like, I'm still like a little bit like, yeah, because it's like it's presented in such a triumphant way, and I think that's a fun little. I spent a good amount of time waffling about like how intentional the ending was, and I think for the ending to not be intentional, like for Rustle to get everything swept under the rug and take power and be like the space Joe Biden. Like, I think that, like, to say that was unintentional would be just, like, a level of liberalism that I would not want to ascribe to anybody who does not explicitly say, I am a huge fucking liberal.
Right. No, like, it definitely, and this holds true for pretty much every Gundam series, it's just, like, it's always more politically savvy than it would seem at glance. Like, there's so much, and this is, like, the kind of part where I falter, just because like I don't know my like political history of Japan as well as I should for this kind of podcast. Then again, I'm not the Gundam research podcast. I'm the guy who yells about soup. So that's you know what, like we have our niche here, but like a lot of this definitely feels so intentional to like a lot of this sub. They use like this very specific word for comrade, and it definitely feels like a lot of that kind of like liberalism is intentional to the show. Just because, like, it makes it more compelling, you know? It's like, I feel like I'm kind of losing the train of what I'm saying here, but, like, I guess it's compelling because it's nuanced in ways that, like, almost challenge the viewer to, like, be okay with things getting bad. Like, the status quo not changing, like, I feel like it kind of, we see that the most in the ending, where it's like, you want... the viewer wants it to be, oh, this is a happy ending. I'm happy. This is good. But at the same time, you're reckoning with like, oh, but Rustle's still in power and he's just rebranding. And it's like, is it a good ending? Are we really happy, or are we just like happy on Tekadon's terms? I don't know.
It's really funny that like the fascist adopting the popular revolutionary movement. It's like this is like a thing. Like, you know, give the like just repackage it into, you know, means tested or whatever the hell. Like, you know, just repackage it into something that is good for your movement. And like we can't even get the fuck, like, sorry to bring this to U.S. this is like clearly Japanese politics, but like it's just very funny that like that's how this ends. And like in U.S. politics, we can't get Joe Biden to get empty the fucking cages at the border or anything. Like we can't even get the ostensibly progressive guy to take anything. It's just I've had a lot of thoughts in my head about politics over the last couple of weeks, and I simply think that everyone in all of the human public should be afforded a Dine's Leaf.
You get one.
You get one.
Where and when and at what you use it is up to your discretion.
Yeah, complete discretion. But fucking Trevor Noah, it is illegal to say I'm going to aim my Dine's Leaf at the fucking.
Wait, no. You mean Trevor Moore? You said Trevor
Noah. Yes, I'm sorry, Trevor Moore. I apologize.
Trevor Noah did not say these things.
Trevor Noah would never. He is a liberal who would say, "Oh yeah,
he's too liberal to say those things."
Trevor Noah watching the end of this and being like, "Oh, it's a good for him. He's a good guy. Russell's a good guy now."
Cool, blimey, mate! What a cracking ending. God, rip to a real one, Trevor Moore.
Salute, but yeah, like Trevor Moore. Here is an on-screen graphic of where I think a Dine's Leaf would be most effective if aimed at the White House. But yeah, I liked it overall. I mean, I'm not really a character hater unless it's like really egregious or horny. There was no one really that I really just liked all of the characters in this show. I think they could have done some more things with certain characters, but like at the end of the day, there was no one who I was like, this fucking guy except for Almeria. Everything about Almeria fucking sucks. Just a complete. Yep. Honestly, like when we were in the thick of the show, I kind of was like, okay, I kind of get what they were going for. They completely fuck it, but I get what they're going for. But now at the end, I'm just like, what the fuck was the point of that?
Yeah, I just look at her and say Harrison Ford was evil.
Like
it's just bad.
I want to like Almeria. She's a cute design, and I've said this a billion times, but like, you know, like so much of this. so much of the show is like kids being forced to, you know, step into their mom's dresses and their dad's suits that don't really fit them very well because they have to perform adulthood. I think this really comes through in the not Almeria, sorry. Like Atra, Kudelia, Mikazuki, the way they talk about having children. It just feels like they're adorning the adult clothes because they need to grow up. And I think there's really fertile soil here for like Almeria to be a sort of parallel this of a child who is like not forced to grow up because of her conditions, but who wants to be grown up because she is surrounded by adults and she is tired of being treated like a child. And it just feels like completely wasted. Like Almeria is just there as like a, hey, this is what McGillis is doing. Isn't that fucked up? And I say, yeah, I don't want you to show me this. Like,
yeah,
not even to say that they couldn't have done the McGillis stuff that they did. I think there could have been like a less skeezy way to do it. It just would have required Almeria to be more of a character as opposed to just a pawn for McGillis to be a freakazoid about.
Right. And it's like, it's not like we couldn't have had that either. Like, there's definitely, just as Almeria could be removed from the story and like a lot of what makes McGillis compelling still exists, you could still like have Almeria just do more and be more of a character without really fundamentally changing anything else about the story.
Right.
But it's just like, she just exists in this middle ground where it's just like very, just all, you know, the circumstances around her are just very gross.
Like so much of the series is spent, like, you know, this entire series is about, you know, I'm like these children who are like ages, what, like 12 to 17, give or take, probably a couple of slightly younger than that.
Like average age 15.
Like I think Cookie Cracker are like 9 or 10 or whatever, but like, you know, average ages. And like, we don't get any of that from Gjallarhorn except for baby McGillis, Carta, Baldwin flashbacks and Almeria. And everyone else is like adults in Gjallarhorn. And I get they're supposed to be the opposition, but like, it just feels like there is like, I kind of want them to like go for like even the lowest hanging like Tale of Two Cities type fruit of like, I don't know, pick a character out of Tekadon in the lineup to just make Almeria a parallel of. Like Atra, I feel like is a real obvious pick, but like you could really honestly do it with any, like I think like Takaki or even Fuka, like to grab on a character who is about as story-wise significant as Almeria. Fuka is about that for me. I think that there could have really easily been some parallels here. I just think they just really leave a lot on the table with Almeria in a way that really frustrates me. They leave a lot on the table in service of a storyline that is just kind of exploitative and sucks. Like, it's not even exploitative in a way that's like, there is something being said here or done here.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like keep rotating like in my head, like, who is this for? Because it's not like even the most evil read of this I could do where it's like, oh, the animators are perverts for Almeria. Like, she is like drawn as I don't think we see her ankles. Like,
yeah, no, like she's not like sexualized at all.
No, it's
like,
just
thank God.
To be clear, I'm thankful for this. It's just so weird. I'm like, wondering what this character is doing here.
Yeah. Again, it's like, just to me, she exists in this weird middle ground of I wish they did either more or less with her.
Yeah, they did exactly enough to be enough with her to be wrong about it.
Kind of, you know, kind of tying into liberalism in a way.
Yeah, exactly.
Who did we like? Like, what would you say your favorite Iron-Blooded Orphan is? Not only from Teknon, but, you know, what character from the whole show?
I mean, Atra definitely up there. I feel like she's not two-dimensional, but she's a little bit less three-dimensional than I think a lot of the male characters get to be.
Right.
And I think that's largely fine. I've been saying this a lot, but like the ending being what it is, like Kudelia Atra gay wedding being the ending does do the service a lot of goodwill for me. Like,
sure,
like this
right.
That papers over so many like little nits I have to pick with like the way the show treats women. I do have some larger nits to pick, to be clear, but like this it genuinely does paper over a lot for me. Like, a lot of qualms that I have with Atra are solved by the fact that like, oh, she's gay. It's gay.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's not ending in like I don't remember if I said this on the stop me if I said this on last episode, but like I knew that the series ended with Kudelia having Mikazuki's baby, which I assumed meant that Atra was going to die, and no, I was just like, I was so. I mean, Kudelia doesn't have the baby either. I just like I misread the spoiler, I guess, but like. Of the if they set up that throuple and one of them has to die, I'm just instantly assuming one of the girls gets taken out of the picture so the boy can have the girl, but it does it, and I'm just very happy about that. I've been like just thinking about it. I just cannot believe it ended with the nice day for a wife wedding.
It's a genuine, really great surprise from the show. Like, from a Gundam that treats its women, or for Gundam as a franchise, everyone knows treats its women pretty terribly.
Yeah.
So the fact that Iron-Blooded Orphans, like, doesn't really do that for most of the women is like, huh, you know? Thumbs up, I guess.
Right, like, I feel like there's a lot of characters that get that have, like, a lot of the women characters are just kind of not as fleshed out as I would like them to be, but, like, as far as, like, excessive, like, sexism in the writing, I think the only real major moment is, like, the way Laughter gets fridged. I hate that, but, like, really not much else. Like, you know, Amida goes out. I really love the way Amida goes out, for example. It's kind of just like the same way that Shino does. And, I mean, Shino's more of a character, but that's because we also just spend less time with... Amida is just not hanging out with Tekadon the way that, like, Laughter and Ozzy are. I wish Ozzy was more of a character. Sorry, I'm on, like, 12 different tangents right now. I'm just rattling through my thoughts. But anyways, to return to the question of who some of my favorite characters were, I really like Laughter as well, to speak of. I don't like her exit from the show, as I've said it before, I'll say it again, but, like, just a very fun character for someone to be, like, that bubbly and kind of, like, mildly ditzy and to be as competent as she is. It's, I mean, Laughter said bimbo rights.
She did, truly.
Yeah. She's putting... it's the de-bimbofication meme, but it's her. It's the same girl in every picture, but instead of picking up a book, she picks up a Gundam manual.
Oh, good.
Let's see who else was a real.
We love Eok.
Yes, I love Eok. Eok is an absolute, just a delicious treat of a fail boy.
Funny guy.
Just categorically awful at everything he does. I love him. He's just so dumb. Like, I think the moment that really just, like, sends Eok to the top tier for me is when Shino aims the Floros at Rustal's ship. At Rustal's ship. And Eok, like, jumps in front like he's gonna stop the
Yeah. Like he's gonna stop a war crime weapon.
Right? It's so funny. And, like,
he thinks he's the protagonist of the show.
Right, the way that, like, even in that scenario, like, Julieta is the one who saves Rustal. Like, Julieta just has to clean up after all of Eok's messes. He, like, tries to step in and be like, "Sir, get down, Mr. President," but, like, Julieta's the one who, like, actually stops Rustal from getting killed in that moment. Shino, another great character.
Oh, absolutely. He's up there for me.
I have a lot of love for Fumiton. I know she exited pretty early, but I just really liked her. I thought her relationship with Kudelia was nice, and it's just always, like, nice to see. I don't know, when girl characters interact with girl characters, it is good to me.
Yeah. I really like Gaelio.
Yes,
Gaelio's great.
yes.
He's up there for me.
Gaelio.
The guy who's Garma, but who's actually Char, is just such a fun twist.
Yeah, he's nice. He's
nice. He has Ein in his little backpack.
Yeah, backpack for his Ein full sauce.
It's just it's a nice show. I will say I'm glad that we haven't gotten much fleshed out about the universe related to Tekadon. At least there's other things. There's this fucking gacha game called Order Hunt that's coming out at some point. That's set in, like, a space colony. It's a totally separate story with, like, a separate Gundam and separate characters and everything. I don't think it has anything to even do with Tekadon. I think it, like, takes place between seasons, or maybe Gecko does. Like, there are side stories of IBO, but, like, they don't involve, like, the main Tekadon boys, which I appreciate. Because, like, I've mentioned this several times throughout, like, the run of IBO that, like, I don't want every single fucking detail of the world to be fleshed out. I like having some mystery. I don't need the Agnika Kayaru show, you know? Like, I'm fine having that be, like, this apocryphal piece of the past. Like, I don't need to see what happens in the future when Rustal's in power and someone else rises up against him. Like, I'm happy that, like, I want this to be the only, like, post-disaster, like, main run TV show we get.
Yeah.
And I think it will be. Because they don't usually go back to AUs, like, in a different time period.
Yeah. I think
it's good though.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I'm with you mostly. I kind of think it would be interesting to see, like, some of the like, if we did go back to this universe, I would want to see, like, I would want it to be, like, following Ride, because, like, the way I am still just really scratching my head about what Ride is doing in the last, like, 5 minutes of the show. Like, I get it. I get what it is doing. It just feels such a weird note to end on. Like him making Noblesse go out like Elvis Gordon. Thanks. him doing that is like the second to last thing we see in the show, and it's just so weird to me. Like that feels like the start of an arc and not the thing to end a show.
Yeah.
Like it just does not. I get it. I get that it's kind of just like a little like glib way of tying off a loose end, but like the way that the time skip opens with Ride at that gravestone also really just like elevates him in a way that I felt weird about. Like most of the time skip hits for me, but that's just an aspect that's just strange.
Yeah. Look out for fucking Splinter Cell Ride edition.
Yeah, fucking that would be sick.
The Hitman model to play as Ride. And
yeah.
Walk around Crease. I don't really have much more like main overarching thoughts. I feel like we'll definitely have some questions that like bring us back to how we feel.
Yeah, definitely.
Would you like to move on and talk about some robots?
I would love to rank some fucking robots.
Yes.
Hit
All right,
that shit.
I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my browser window. Go live. Let me know if I'm coming through A-OK.
Let me see this beautiful window.
My internet speeds,
Let's
my
go.
up speeds are not. Oh, we're good?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So I have a tier list. It's ABC or SABCD. We can add tiers as we want to. And I have the wiki open so I can like pull up images of the more, because like my compulsion is to just like get every single suit as like notable or unknotable as it is. There aren't like simple color changes. So,
absolutely. So yeah, I think we can boil Barbatos down to one suit largely. Will you be comfortable with that? No.
No, because there's one version I don't really like and one version I like a lot more than the other two.
Okay. Well, just to start things off, Gushan Remake Full City S.
Okay, I'm fine with it. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm putting it up there. How do you feel about just regular Barbatos?
Regular Barbatos is like maybe a B, maybe an A. Let's put it in B, and then I might bump it up later depending on how I feel.
Okay, it's definitely A to me. Okay. I'll settle with a high B. The thing
is that I know you don't like Rex very much. I love Rex.
Oh no, I like Rex. It's Lupus I don't like.
Okay.
The middle one.
Okay.
The middle one I don't care for.
Lupus has like the big glunky shoulders, right?
It has the big weird here. Like to show you all three.
Yeah. I need the side by side because I can't tell the difference between.
Hold on.
Okay.
I need to get the fourth form of Barbatos because that has the right shoulder pads on it. That's the one I have the master grade. And you have the master grade. So yeah, this is Barbatos, regular Barbatos.
Regular dude.
Regular dude. This is the one I don't like. I don't like Lupus. I don't like the weird like side
and
show me
Lupus Rex because this is what in my mind. Okay.
Lupus Rex is motherfucker unlimited.
Yeah. Okay. This is the fucking
that's puppy mode with the tail.
This is Greymon Digimon movie fusion with what the fuck? I can't remember what Gabumon. George
Omnimon?
Digimon. Yeah, Omnimon. This is Omnimon to me.
It's badass. It has claws. It has a tail. It's fucking. I love it. I like it a lot.
So okay,
it's Lupus. I don't like the weird red shoulder bits here. I don't
that's definitely clung. I was watching some AMVs of this, and less heartfelt AMVs than I really would have wanted. It's all just epic
people
robot
like
fights.
the more badass aspects.
I mean, the robot fights are pretty epic. I will say that. So I'm willing to let's put Lupus in B, or maybe even C. Yeah, let's put Lupus in C. And then Rex
in A?
Maybe S for Rex? I need to let's put that there for now.
Let's okay, I'm gonna
you can bump bump Barbatos.
Yeah, I'm bumping Barbatos to A.
Yeah.
Okay. How do we feel about the humble mobile worker?
That's an A tier at least to me.
I love just a little guy. Like it's such an important thing because it's like, not everyone can have a mobile suit, so they just have like a funny car instead.
Yeah.
What about how about Gusion Rebake, not Full City, like the more rounded Gusion.
Show me Gusion Rebake before Full City.
This is the one that has like the sort of like round shoulder bits in the back,
and then show me.
It's not as sharp and angular.
Show me Full City again.
Yes, and Full City is Full City's like the construction equipment looking guy.
Yeah. Okay. I think actually I want Full City in A and Rebake in S.
Okay, I'm with you. I like the
round is a little bit more fun to me.
Round's a little bit more fun. Okay, here.
Yeah, and then bump that down. Yeah.
There we go.
But put it above Lupus Rex though. No. Original Rebake. Yeah. Put that one first.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Good. All right. Let's see. Sticking with Gundams, I guess. What about regular Gusion, like the big frog guy?
Gusion is so good. It's S.
It's just, what if a Gundam was a big frog? You can't go wrong.
What if it was round?
Okay. How about Flauros? How about Shino's fun?
Yeah, show me Flauros.
How about Pink with big guns?
This is like a mid tier to me. I like the pink for sure, which probably bumps it up to A from B, but
oh, this page is doing.
And I like any Gundam that does. Yeah, the fact that it turns into A tier. A.
The fact that it has a transformation and it still keeps Shino's cool eye spots is very silly.
Yeah, that's an A for me.
I'm gonna put it. I think it's still not quite as cool as the Mobile Worker.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put like bottom of A.
Respect Mobile Worker. Very few left.
Very few left. After the conflicts, yes, very few are left. How about Kimaris regular, Kimaris normal guy? Just I don't look at.
Show me the other versions of Kimaris. I need comparison points.
Yes. Okay. I hate the fucking Gundam wiki. It doesn't load images half the time. So this is Kimaris.
Kimaris regular.
Kimaris regular.
God, they made so much fucking Kimaris.
I know. Kimaris Trooper, this is the one that I fucking love.
Yeah, Kimaris Trooper like, bug.
Horse bug legs. It's Borse mode.
Yes.
But Kimaris regular, I think it has if you look at his weird dumb head.
This is a C. This is a C at best.
See, I don't give a shit about this one. I'm putting him in C. Sorry, you're as cool as Lupus, but I think Trooper is like. I think we're putting Trooper in A.
That's high A. That's like front of the pack for A for me. But right
you get to hang out next to Remake Full City.
Yeah.
What about Vidar?
I know you don't like Vidar. I love Vidar.
I love Vidar. I love Vidar.
Kimaris Vidar you don't like.
I don't care I care it more having watched it again, but like Vidar regular is like fucking unbeatable. This thing fucks so hard.
Show me Kimaris Vidar again. Just I need to be able to see these things. Yeah, the seahorse helmet and the drill weapon just hit so fucking hard for me. They're both pretty close. I definitely think Kimaris Vidar over Vidar for me.
Okay. How about I think I'm willing to put Kimaris Vidar in A.
Okay.
We have a lot of A. It's okay. We'll have a lot of mid suits later.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to like slide some stuff around also once I make some decisions.
I'm putting cooler than Flauros.
Yes.
Cooler than Mobile Worker?
I don't think it's honestly. I think Mobile Worker might be cooler than Gundam or than Barbatos.
Okay, yeah, no, we're moving this little guy up.
I love the Mobile Worker so much.
Yeah. How about Bale? Gundam Bile.
Bile, I love what Bile represents. Like I love the ultimate like fucking liberalism. Like I have the big bonking stick. You have to respect me.
I have dripless. Number one.
It's dripless.
It's dripless. It sucks.
It's dripless. Here, I feel like it's dripless by design. So like in terms of you're making a dripless tier.
I'm putting it in Bitcoin tier. You go into Bitcoin tier, Bile. I'm sorry, but I'm not actually sorry.
Can you make the color for Bitcoin tier distinct from the C tier color?
Yeah.
Bitcoin deserves to be yellow. Bitcoin deserves to be yellow. So C tier. I'm gonna make it blue for Bitcoin.
No. It'll draw the eye downwards so you can see what's at the fucking bottom of the pile.
All right.
Now we got some grunt suits though. Mm-hmm. We're starting out with the humble grays, just the Zaku of Iron-Blooded Orphans. I think it is a very nice, it is a clean design.
Legs for Miles. That's a B for me.
Legs for Miles. Those are some chonky heels.
Those are some fucking gams.
Look
at those fucking getaway sticks.
Ooh. Hate to see it go, but love to watch it leave.
I have been sued by Gallerhorn for sexual harassment of robots.
I walk into Gallerhorn HR, they're just pointing a Dines leaf at me.
Another day volunteering at Gallerhorn, everyone keeps asking if they can fuck the Grace. It's funny, they won't even let me.
I think. Do we want to put it in B for now?
Yeah, I'm totally just a perfectly serviceable guy.
It is solid. It is the definition of solid.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we have the Schwalbe Greys, which is like the weird like space use grazes that we see McGillis and Galileo use in like the very beginning when they fight Mika in space that first time. It's just like a graze with more shit on it, and it's also blue and it has like a weird like sharp bits on the hips. I think it's less cool, honestly.
Okay, but Max, I do need to tell you that it's kind of got an energy sword.
Well,
it's kind of celebrating Energy Sword Sunday, and also on its hip too.
I will say that little like energy sword bit does go off on a wire because I have the kit of it and like I have it posed to like, fly off.
So
of
it's not an energy. Okay, well, yeah, that's a C to me then.
Yeah, it's just like there's something about the simplicity of the Greys.
Yeah,
that, like,
the Greys is just yeah.
Now we have the Greys custom. So this is when Tekadon took it over. And they just like kind of added some bits on the head.
This is Orga's, like, right? This is Orga's suit.
No, Orga's is a lot later. This is Crank's Greys, the one that Ein freaked the fuck out because he like saw the
oh my
IFF
god,
was the
Crank!
same.
I forgot about Crank
Zent.
Crank Zent.
My friend Crank. This is like I like
Crank.
Just
Crank,
like,
you must have fallen from you must be a fallen angel because you are Heaven's End. Final Fantasy 14 Heaven's End. Anyways, go on.
Okay, all right. I think it's fine though. I think it's just like I like that it has different bits on it, but like it's not enough. I wish they like painted the whole thing kind of like beige.
I do like Tekadon's perspective to just go for those like light browns.
Yeah, the military drab. I think it's like C.
It kind of reminds me of, you remember the thing in Toy Story with the doll that had like the super sexy legs and was also a fishing rod on top?
Yes,
that's what this looks like to me.
Oh, that makes me like it a little more.
Yeah, I think I'm bumping it into B, below original for sure.
Below Grace.
Yeah.
Okay, we have this is one of the Teiwa's suit. This is the Hyaku Ren.
Oh, big boy.
I use the image of Amida's Hyakuren, but like they're exactly the same. It's just different color.
I love her chunky thighs.
This is Sarina.
You are not hitting this bitch with priority moves.
This is the Pokemon Sarina. Thick thighs take lives. I like it.
The head also really reminds me of a little bit like Elish Norn, the magic card.
Okay. I was gonna say it looks like Yoshimitsu from Tekken 7.
Yes, that as well.
Weird, like,
that also.
Fish dragon head.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this. This is like an A for me. A high B, low A, I think.
I'm gonna put a high B just to fill out the middle range.
Yeah. Sorry, Amida.
Sorry, Amida. Rest in power. We have the Hyakuri next. This thing, I really like this thing. This is what we see Laughter use.
Laughter pilots this thing. Laughter is here, yay!
Yay! This is the one where like the arms fold up and the legs kind of like clamp together. It has like really funky flight form. It looks like this like it's like a gross alien almost. I really like it. Its head looks like a skull.
This looks like Max, have you been to the Chicago Six Flags?
I've been to the one in Maryland, that's it.
Okay. There's a ride in the Chicago Six Flags where it's a Superman ride where like it's like a hanging coaster, but after you're all seated it puts the hanging seats back so your back is like flush to the track, so you were just like staring straight down at the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks terrible. This looks horrific.
It's awesome. It's so scary. But this looks like it does that.
Yeah, your feet kind of dangle. I like it. I like it. I think it's very fun.
Where are you landing on this? Because I feel like I'm keep going BA.
Yeah, I think. Do we want to put bottom of A for now?
I kind of put it below Amida's suit.
Okay, all right, yeah, that's good. Upper B is good for me. Now we have the Man Roadie. This is not the Land Man. This is like Frog Roadie. This is like the weird space suit.
S.
That doesn't even have feet. It doesn't have feet because it's in space. Why would you need feet in space? I love it.
100% S. This is like top 3, top 2 maybe.
It and Goosey get to hang out because it's just frog mode up here.
Yeah. All right, what else we got?
We have the Ryusei Go, which is the grays that Shino painted pink and gave it the eye spot and the cool like commander antenna.
Definitely swagged out. It definitely has to rank below. I mean, this is just a repaint of a grays, right?
Yeah, it's I think like above the regular grays.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
It's same tier, just has a swaggier paint job.
Yeah, definitely.
This one is weird. You might not remember this one. This is the the Spinner Roadie.
Spinner Roadie.
Looks like Squirtle. This is from Dort. The Dort guys get to use this when like Gallahorn sabotages all of them and like they don't have ammo.
This guy's chunky.
He's really chunky. It looks like Squirtle to me. You have the brown, the yellow of the shell. You have that teal of the skin.
Mm-hmm.
Big gun. I like this weird like metal brace on the back. I don't even know what it's for. It just looks cool.
I really like that aspect of it. I dislike the large gun. I love the fucking like the back of the suit from Aliens, that Ridley rides in, like the yellow suit thingy.
Yeah, it's like an exo loader.
Yeah, a little bit exo loader. This is an A for me, even though I don't remember it. This is an A for me.
I'm gonna put bottom at A. Why not?
There's been really no stinkers yet, besides Vile.
Yeah, we'll get to one. This is one very close to my heart. This is what McGillis uses when he's fucking around in season
when
one.
He's being the red when he's being the red comment. He's Victini mode.
Yeah, when he gets a little bit of Char mode in him, it has like the swords that store up in that forearms. It just is like I like the tiny feet.
Yeah, this thing's sick.
This thing's sick. I like its cool like head fins.
Okay, I said Victini. This is Cinderace. This is an A. This is an S. This is honestly up in S tier for me, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
High A, low S.
Let's put it. I'm gonna put it high A. I'm gonna put it next to Remake Full City.
Yeah, move.
I really like it.
Move Kamaris a little bit further down.
Yeah. Let me just. Yeah. Mobile Worker's cooler than you, Kamaris.
Yes,
Trooper,
true.
Sorry.
Okay, wait. The Mobile Worker's definitely cooler than. Yeah, moving. Yeah. Yep.
By the end, Mobile Worker's gonna be like the top tier.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have the Rue, which is what the. Tewa is like disguise the Hyakuen so they could like use them on Earth without being traced back.
This is not much of anything. I really don't like the arms.
It has bell bottoms, but like not in a compelling way.
The bell bottoms are kind of funny, but like the no arms and the face. I feel like it's Jinzo from Yu-Gi-Oh face.
But like if this thing had an exposed brain, it would be cooler. I don't really care.
This might be like D tier, honestly.
This is our first stinker, you think?
God, I feel bad for putting in the stinker tier because like it's not that bad, but like
it's all relative.
It's worse. It's definitely worse.
Nothing as bad as Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's definitely worse than the three things we have in C right now.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, Rue. You should have disguised it better, I guess. We got something fun next though. Next we have the Gray's Ritter. This is what Carda's boys use.
Yes. Okay, but
this is that beautiful teal.
Are we ranking Carda's separately from these, or are we doing both in one? Because
we're ranking Carda's separately because I just want to be able to rank hers higher.
Yeah,
Carda's has that nice red flare.
Carda's has such fucking drip. Carda's is way up there for me. Like this is high A for me.
Like all Carda's that is different is like it has these really sick like. These thigh holsters, these giant
longer
like,
shoulder,
cauldrons.
yeah, and red. I fucking love the Spartan helm. It's so good.
Red and teal. It's sick. Okay, I'm gonna put. I think Gray's Ritter. Honestly, I think Gray's Ritter is just as fine as the regular Gray's.
Yeah, that's a C for me, or a B for me rather. And then Carda gets like high A, like just behind the humble mobile worker in my opinion.
Okay, there you go. Perfect.
Love the mobile worker.
Yeah. This might be a stinker. This is the Gray's ground type. It's just
it's got a sword sticking out of its back. What are you supposed to do? Slide into someone backwards with this? This is
it's like weird because it's like just stored sideways, I guess. But like, yeah, this one it's just a Gray's that has like a bigger foot and like a paler color scheme.
Yeah, this is another D for me.
Yeah, sorry, it's not as interesting as the Rue.
The Rue is at least interesting.
Type. This one's fun though. This is the Gray's Ein. This is like the fucked up one.
Gray's Ein like S tier for me.
Gray's Ein fucks.
I love
hard.
its weird little legs.
I'm gonna put it mid S. I think.
Yeah. You gotta keep the frogs together.
It just has drills all over. It just drills and shoulder guns, and it's just like this horrific beast.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're
Kid
getting
Video.
to season 2 territory.
Yep. Now we're on to Kid Vid.
Yeah. So this is the Shiden. I think this thing looks like shit.
Yeah.
This thing looks stupid. What is its fucking face? It looks like it's trying to be a turret from Portal, but not as cool.
Ride made such an improvement on his, because Rides is one of these, right?
So the next one is the Shiden Custom, which is like the Ryusei Go 3 and the Raiden Go. I didn't separate them because they're just paint jobs, but like keeping in mind that Shiden's is also Ride's cool minion colors. But like I think the base one is like maybe D, honestly.
Yeah, it's above Bitcoin, maybe above the Grays.
I think it's above Grays, not as cool as the Rue.
I think they're going for something with the face. It doesn't land, but I think they're going for something.
Yeah, but what does land? I mean, we have
Shiden Custom swagged out.
Shiden Custom, like the pink is cool enough, and then you get Ride's fucking sick ass. It has like that badass visor.
It's Metabots to me.
It's Metabot. It has a cool fucking lightning ball.
Yeah, it's Zera. This is Zeraora.
Oh my god! Oh shit, that is Zeraora.
I'm gonna give this like maybe upper B.
I'm thinking upper B. Yeah. I'm not gonna separate. I'm putting it. It is cooler than the She Knows Grace Custom. Not as cool as the
Here we go, Landman Roadie.
Landman Rhodey is like Land Manuel Rhodey.
Less good colors than the Man Roadie, but like still very up there.
It is just a funny little guy.
Absolute unit of a fucking.
Can we put him next to Mobile Worker?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do not separate them.
Yeah,
they're battlefield buddies. This one is shit. Let me see if I can even remember the name of this fucking guy. It's one of the ones. Is it the Garm Roadie? Yes, this is the Garm Roadie.
I don't like that color, bud.
Yeah, who gives a shit? It's like Master Chief flesh colored. I don't care.
Yeah. It looks like 3 Lego sets got dumped into one box and someone built a robot out of it.
This is like when you get gifts, and you ask for Legos, but you get like Mega Blocks instead.
Yeah. This is another D for me.
This is D tier. Sorry.
The C tier's looking kind of sparse.
Yeah, let's see if we can find another. Let's see if we can find another mid.
Yeah, a light stinker.
What about the Hugo? This thing's fucking weird.
I love this thing. I forgot. I don't remember this thing, but this is sick. I love the huge ass gear on its back. Like
the gear splits into 2 like scimitars.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. This might be an S for me. This design is just sick.
I don't know if it's
high A. Maybe
it is. I think it's high A. I want to put it.
Do you bump the humble Mobile Worker down another peg?
I don't know.
I think this is cooler than the Mobile Worker. I do have to admit.
Okay, yeah, all right. You're next to Gusion, but it's a delightful guy.
Yeah, I love the fucking Isaac Clarke, but Monster Energy colored in the visor.
If I was on the what was it, the Yukimura?
I almost said the Isurugi. No, it's the Ishimura.
The Ishimura. If I was in the Ishimura and I had a couple cans of Monster Energy, it would have gone down different. This next one is the... Nope, not you. Is it Garail? Okay, this next one is the Garail. This is what's his fucking face, the beard guy uses.
This is Pathfinder. You mean, Dilt?
No, Galen Mossa.
Yeah, Dilt.
Oh, that's right, Dilt. I forgot about Dilt.
This is
Pathfinder.
Yeah, this is worse Pathfinder to me. This is a C. We found another C tier, Max.
We found another... Yay, we did it. You're not as cool as any of the guys in C, I don't think. Sorry.
I think that might go... no, that's the bottom of the C tier. Definitely bottom of the C tier. Honestly, the more I stare at the one that we have in the front of D, I kind of want to bump it up to C.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
It's got a bit of Zenyatta face.
Oh shit, it really does. That's like one of my only Overwatch characters I like playing.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
All right.
What about the Garail Scharfrichter? It looks like it could be cool, but I don't know fuck all about it.
This is nothing. It's got the fucking Bebo head from Flubber.
like and share to slap his bald head. Bottom of C?
Honestly, we bumped someone up from D. I think this has to go in top of D.
Okay, top of D. That's fine. How about this strange? This is like a different. This is like Pathfinder's cousin. He's cool.
This guy is. I love this guy. Wide Pathfinder.
He has vertically set eyes.
Wide Pathfinder. This guy's great.
This is like Pathfinder's cousin who goes to the gym a lot.
Yeah, this is like high C, low B. Oh, that dumper, high B, low B.
Yeah, this guy's cheeked up. I'm gonna put him. He's like cool. He's cooler than Tekadon's Grace.
Yes, 100%. Probably cool. Probably cooler than the next one up. The non-Carta.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Schwarba Grace.
No, this is the Schwarba. This is the Grace Ritter.
Grace Ritter. Yes, thank you.
This next one. Okay, this one has a weird name. This is the Gilda.
The Gilda
is from the Oshi. Nope, the Gilda SAU from the Strategic Alliance Union. It's the same kind of thing as the Hugo. It has the Isaac Clarke face, but like it doesn't have any of the cool features. That I like about the Hugo.
It does have Blitzmon's colors from Digimon Frontier.
Back is kind of nothing. It's like that dark navy and light yellow is pretty nice.
I do love this color. Is doing a lot for me with even though the rest of the design is a little bit mid.
Let me remind what Blitzmon. Oh, Blitzmon's the fucking. How could I forget the beetle?
Yeah,
I think it's just because like
I
think of Blitzmon and it just
the name in Japanese is something different. I don't remember what it is.
Okay.
Or I
mean,
what the hell is it? What the hell is Blitzmon's name?
Blitzmon's Japanese name is. Wow, it all went away. Name and etymology.
Oh, it is just Blitzmon. Okay, I must be thinking.
They called it Beetlemon in the dub.
Oh, okay, yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, it's just like Kabuterimon, but less cool because Kabuteramon's like a fucking monster.
Come on, Blitzmon. It's electric. Maybe they didn't want to upset the British.
Yeah, I think it's like mid-C. maybe low B.
Yeah, I would give that a low B.
Okay. You get to hang out.
Lowest B.
Hang out with the weird.
Yeah,
Pathfinder?
yeah. I'll let you hang out with weird Pathfinder.
Okay. Next up we have This is the Reganlays. It's like the bulkier. It's like the Grace's fucking cool cousin.
Yeah. Can you show me the Regenglaze Julia? I just kind of...
That's separate. That's its own thing.
No, I know. I just want to see what hers looks like in comparison. Oh, yeah, and Eox Regenglaze also.
Yeah. Regenglaze Julia is like...
Regenglaze Julia that's an S tier for me.
Yeah. Eox Regenglaze is just like different colors.
It's silly, though.
It is quite silly.
I like the color, too. Oh, it's got a little horn.
It reminds me of a salted caramel brownie.
Yes, it's got a little horn.
Got a little horn as the companion and tender. I think keeping in mind Eox colors, we can bump this thing up.
Yeah. So like
upper B.
Yeah, I think upper B. Like right in there. That's the perfect spot. I think. Right.
There we go. There. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Perfect. This one's a.
Can we do Julia's while we're at it? We were just looking.
Yeah.
At Julia's like
I'm thinking S.
S. Yeah.
This is S.
Yeah. Might outclass the frogs. Yeah.
I think it's as monstrous as Ain's Graze is.
I think I'm bumping it above Ain's Graze, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Okay, yeah. I don't have a Gunpla of Ain's Graze. I do have a Gunpla of Reganese Julia, and it's very cool.
Yeah.
It has whips.
But now who's this guy? Who's this friend?
This is Isurugi's suit that McGillis lets him use.
Oh yes, the one that
this is.
That's
a sword fucker.
This is Blitzmon.
It has the horns too. It has like fucking bull hooves.
Yeah,
this thing fucks.
This rules. Another S, maybe high A, if not.
I think top of A. I think like
tippy top of A. Yeah, tippy top of A.
Tippy top. Here we go. Oh, here we got some weird friends now. We have the Hoshmal and the Plumas.
Hoshmal S.
Hoshmal S, absolutely. The Pluma, if we need a reminder, it's like the little.
Yeah, the Pluma. The Pluma's fine. It looks like a wraith from. Is it wraith?
It's like a horse. I think Pluma's like mid B.
Yeah, I think put it below. Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Hoshmal is like Hoshmal. I think we can get the monsters together.
Yeah. I think definitely of that and Ayn and Julia. I think it's my least favorite, but like it's definitely up there.
It's just a cool fucked up bird.
What do we got left? Who is this fucking...
This is Orga's one. This is the stinker. This is the one that we look at and has like just a gross, like a weird... I don't care this thing.
Is not... This is D.
This thing looks like dog shit.
D.
I want to put this guy at the bottom of D. I don't care about it.
Who is this?
Fuck this guy.
This guy looks like a Dark Souls.
That's it's a little Dark Souls. It's the Hekija. It's what Hush uses.
Oh yeah.
Look at his delightful jester's shoes.
Fucking clown ass. This is like upper C maybe.
Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't have like Dark Souls armor cohesion.
Lower than that. I think lower than the fucking shithead Kamaris.
Yeah, there we go.
And then lastly, who is this friend?
This is a Gray's shield. This is like what they use. I don't even know why I fucking bothered. It's like a Graze with a little bit more armor and has like these are the Grazes that they use to like kill Tekadon on Mars.
I don't even want to rank this one, but like if I put it right next to the other one, if you gotta.
Who? Yeah, Graze, whatever the fuck. Who cares?
Yeah.
So let's see. All right, to go over everything, we got. In S, we have Gusion Rebake, we have Barbatos Lupus Rex, Reganlaze Julia, Gray's Ayn, Hoshmal, Manrodi, and Gusion Frog Mode.
Yes.
That sounds pretty good to me.
That's a great S tier, if you ask me.
A, we have the Helmviga Rayankar, we have Gusion Rebake Full City, the chunky one. Mm-hmm. We got the Hugo, we got the Humble Mobile Worker.
Respect.
Now that I'm looking at it, Mobile Worker could be a little bit higher.
Honestly, like, I think I want to bump... I don't think Mobile Worker goes above any of these guys in A. I do think Mobile Worker belongs in S, though. Like...
Can we hear... I'm gonna do this. Add a row above.
Respect Butler.
Respect emoji. There. He gets the respect tier.
Respect.
I'll change the colors later.
Yeah.
Okay. So in respect tier between S and A is the Mobile Worker. In A we have Helmviga Rayankar, Rebake Full City, Hugo, the Landman Rody, Karta Issues, Graze, Ritter, the Grimgerda, Kamaris Trooper, Barbatos Regular, Kamaris Vidar, Flowros, a lot of Gundams up in here. And the Spinner Rody, little Squirtle guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We have in B tier we have the Hyakuren.
I kind of want to bump the Hyakuren. I kind of want to bump Amida's Hyakuren up to A.
Okay, yeah, bottom A, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's cooler than Spinnerody to me personally.
The Spinnerody doesn't have that gear on its back.
No, that's Hugo.
Oh,
Hugo's
okay, yeah.
Spinnerody just has like a big metal bar.
Yeah, that's fine then. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay, yeah. All right, so now we got B. We have the Hyakuri. We have the custom Shiden with like the minion ride colors. We have the Regenlays. Pluma. We have Shiden's custom grays, just plain old regular grays. The cloak grays. The Gerda.
Sure.
I think it's called. A lot of names.
You're impressing me very much.
the Gilda. This is the Gilda. Look, the show's called Wow Cool Robot. If I don't know all of them, I'd be a faker and a fool.
Yeah.
And then we have the Grays Ritter and the custom Grays. That's a solid B for me.
Yeah.
In C tier, we have Barbatos Lupus, we have Kimaris Regular, we have the Hekija, the Schwalb Grays, the Garail, and the Rue. Good. This all tracks.
Respectable.
D tier, we have the Grays Schaufrichter, the Shiden, Ground type Grays, Gray Shield. I already forgot fucking Flesh Master Chief's name and Orga's Shiden.
Yeah. And then Bitcoin.
And at the bottom we have Bitcoin. Bitcoin is Bael, which is it is fitting.
They're calling me Bitcoin Bael.
Call me the Bitcoin Bael.
God,
this is a pretty good tier list.
I think we did a good job. I really love the respect. I love the respect tier.
Respect tier's too good. I'm making S pink now because it's nice.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. That's a good shit. I'm gonna save this.
Yes.
I'm just gonna
post this.
Save it. Post this. Oh, I gotta a download image. That's the one. Perfect. All right.
Thank you, my image.
And this will be linked in the episode. The tier list will be linked in the episode. You can make your own and post it in the Discord.
Yeah,
it's fun seeing takes.
Wow, cool Discord.
Wow, cool Discord. I almost hung up on the call. I just need to hit stop streaming. All right, Sarah. It's time for round 3 of this whole adventure. We're seeing the light at the end.
Yeah.
This is our mailbag. I forgot to make a Twitter post, but like we have plenty of mailbag questions.
Oh yeah, we have a litany.
We're like almost at the point where I would have to pick and choose, so I'm glad that we got like the perfect amount that I don't need to.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, if I forget your name or don't know your name in the Discord, I'm very sorry. There's a lot of you in here. I have to keep track of everyone. A lot of my, as you could tell, a lot of my brain space is remembering robot names, not people names. Mm-hmm. So, the first question comes from Ziggy. So, how about that polycule?
Thank you, IBO, for giving me this one.
They did again. I think you and I are both kind of impressed that like they did it in like a largely unproblematic way.
Like, it's just so funny to me that, like, I don't remember if I said this on the show or this is, like, analysis I had after the fact that, like, the kids, like, the first exposure to people in love were people in a polyamorous relationship, and they were like, oh, okay, yeah, that's normal. Like, Kudelia is the only one who, like, throws up any flags about it, because she is the only one who's, like, she has parents who have, like, a heteronormative, one-on-one relationship, and then the kids are like, but she's the only one who has that context, and so it's perfectly reasonable for the other kids to be like, yeah, why can't I have 2 hands? Why would I not use both of them?
I want to share a delicious steak with with everyone.
Yeah. God, Hamida's right. Hamida's right. I would love to share a delicious steak with my girlfriends. Yeah. Well, not with Sophie. Sophie's a vegetarian, but I would get her something equally delectable.
Like a cheese plate.
Ooh, I would do this. Well, I mean, the thing is, I would also be eating the cheese plate. I need to get her like an entree.
Yeah.
But I don't. What is the steak tartare of veganism?
Really, really good bread. I don't know. Like, if you give me a freshly baked warm loaf of bread, I'm going to fucking town and eating till my stomach hurts.
Mm-hmm. Respect.
Hardtat Griffin asks, which MS do you date? Which MS do you crush with big pliers? And which MS do you raise as your son?
All right, can you? Oh, Bael's getting crushed with big pliers. I have to say.
Yeah, we're crushing Bael here. I'm just gonna post in Galahorn our tier list.
Yeah, thank you.
So we can get a quick refresher.
Yeah. Let's see. It's date. What is it? It's date, crush with pliers, raise as son. I think
we're crushing Bael.
I'm raising the man roadie as my son.
Very good. I'm
raising the Gushan. I'm raising OG Gushan as my son.
I think I'm gonna raise. It's not a mobile suit, but I'm gonna raise Pluma as my son.
Yeah, I respect that.
As like a little pet.
I think I'm gonna date either the Gray's Ein or the Julia. Nothing but respect. A quarter mile to water, 20 miles. Evil girl from a pussy from a robot that is evil.
Yeah. I want to date the Grimgerda McGill, like the big red sword.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good pick.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Just like you pussy from a girl who has 2 built-in swords in her arms.
Yes. God, I need this in my life.
Machina asks, do you think you'd have liked the Barbatos more if it had a lion or wolf mode transformation?
I think I would have liked it more if it had a tiger transformation.
Taigi mode.
If
it was like, if it was like, ooh, hold on.
Did I tell you that
real quick?
Oh, go on.
Yeah, you go. I'm sorry, you go.
Oh, I was just gonna say, did I tell you that I filed for my name change?
I saw that in PGOT. Congratulations.
Yeah, I have to wait for a court date and also for a judge to tell me if I have to pay $210 Christian dollars to do this. But if everything goes well in a couple of weeks, I will legally be Sarah Rosemary Tigers' last name.
That rules. That fucking rules.
Yeah, Tigers is literally my middle name.
That outstanding.
Thank you.
I'm applauding.
Thank you. I'm very proud of it.
What if it was the Barbatos Tora Rex?
What if it was the Barbatos Tora Rex? Well, no, that wouldn't work because it's not the Barbatos. I forgot the Japanese word for wolf.
You knew it's just dog.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, it's a
is it obvious
Ro?
one. What's that?
Is it Ro?
I don't know.
Because I know Sekiro they call you wolf because Sekiro means wolf, but I think it's like Ro.
Okami.
That's one of them. I think it's one of those ones where it's just a lot of names for it.
Yeah. But anyways, because so what's like the Latin origin of tiger?
It would be let Google Latin tiger. Panthera tiger. So Barbatos Tigris Rex.
That would be fucking sick.
King bearded tiger. That's fucking sick.
Listen, I'm just saying
badass.
Barbatos Lupus's Rex tail does move more like a tiger tail than a wolf tail.
Yeah. I mean,
like it moves more.
I feel like tigers.
It moves more like a cat tail than a dog tail. The way that it like swishes around, that is very cat-like in nature to me.
And also, I feel like tigers use their claws more than wolves do.
Yeah, that's true. Wolves use teeth more. I feel like wolves more often use teeth.
Yeah, Barbatos doesn't chomp.
Mm-hmm.
It could have, but it didn't. I'm simply saying Barbatos Tigris Rex. And stamping my own stamp of approval on it. Squeeg asks, hey, I haven't watched more than a couple episodes of IBO. Could you describe the most ridiculous plot beat in less words than there are in this sentence?
Most
is a ridiculous.
I'm trying to think. I think there are like plot beats that are serious that I could make into a ridiculous sentence.
Right.
Like the world's most fatal Build-A-Bear incident.
That's pretty good.
But that's not a ridiculous plot beat, I feel like. What's a ridiculous plot beat in Gundam?
Little Boy Lazarus Pit War Crime.
Little Boy Lazarus Pit War Crime.
That's what I did in Edmonton.
No, the most ridiculous plot beat is that a character says with full-throatedness, I can kill guilty children, right?
Yeah. Yep, that's it. I mean, I think like of all like the shocking moments in the show, just Ein showing up in Edmonton and just being like, "Hello, guilty children, I'm here to kill you." I'm like, "Oh, God, fuck."
Yeah,
no.
It's great. God, I'm excited. I'm excited to rewatch this show.
Yeah. Ziggy asks, looking back on season 1 now with all the context that season 2 has given you, do you think Barbatos in particular is haunted?
I think if Barbatos in particular was haunted, one of Atra, Kudelia, or Akihiro would have to have like received its ghost. I don't think it's I don't think it's any more haunted. I think there's like something under the surface here of like, because like McGillis is kind of like hooked up to Agnika Kairu through bile in some capacity. Like, and I think that I think Barbatos is similar. So right. I think that like no more haunted than any other given Gundam in the series.
I think what makes it like more, I'm going to say haunted in quotes here, is that it has been unmodified since the Calamity War. Like, you have, the Kamaris was modified a ton, Gusion was modified, but, like, Barbatos and Bael both, like, weren't really touched for 300 years. Mm-hmm. I think, like, if anything, the fact that it is, like, they're truly relics, they've been, like, touched up over time, sure, but, like, the innards have all been, like, it's, like, that same alive Yana from 300 years ago. I think, like, if anything, the fact that it hasn't really been changed that much is, like, maybe how Mika was able to like draw out so much power from it, because there's nothing like no modern systems in place to say, hey, don't do that.
Right.
It's cool though. I think it's cool that you have to make a deal with the devil to pilot good.
Yeah. Though there's much to be engaged with. There's much to look at for how the deal with the devil is disability.
Yeah, that's
We do have a question
one of the
about-
stinker ideas.
Yeah, we do have a question
Yeah.
about that though, and I think we'll definitely go more in depth in a couple of minutes.
Sam, Goofy, and I Know It asks, if you could pick any of the other demons we didn't see in IBO to name a Gundam after, which one would it be? If you feel up to it, maybe give it a quick design idea. Just Googling the Ars Goetia for a hot second, because I don't know all these off the dome.
Yeah, let me take a quick look. List of demons in the Ars Goetia.
Yeah, let's see. Let me find something funny. I'm like half certain you're gonna pick one that there already is a Gundam for in like a side story.
Oh, I'm certain. Let's see. Just looking at some names that seem good to me. I'm liking Astaroth.
Already exists.
Okay, all right. How about God? Gap.
Gop. That's good. That's a fun one.
Yeah. Oribus. Let's go Oribus.
Oribus is good. I was thinking Andros.
Oh, like from Star Fox.
Yeah, I guess it's Andras. It's like
okay.
you know, like the owl from Persona and Shin Megami Tensei.
The owl.
Yeah, it's like an early demon, an early game demon.
Let me look at this guy. Oh yes, this guy.
Here.
Yes, I've seen this guy.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be owl themed, but like it's a great Marquis of Hell under his command, 30 legions of demons. He sows discord among people. Damn, that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
The head of an owl or a raven. I think I could make a cool like raven looking like a pitch black mobile suit with some fucking sick wings.
Yeah.
I could do it. I could make it work.
I think you could make it work.
Yeah. Okay, so we breathe into existence Andras and Gap. Colin at Pagidus asks, how would you add a Char's counterattack to ruin IBO?
So I'm gonna need context for this because Char's counterattack is in the context of original Gundam, right?
Yeah, it's basically, I don't like it. Char shows up after several years and is like, I'm going to do war crimes next. That's the only way we can get out of the situation. And it's just like weird characterizations and like Calamity trying to destroy Earth and stuff that probably makes more sense if like the more you watch it, more you read into it. But like, if to really simplify it,
the
to the point
Agni Kakairu origin story.
If like we see Agni, oh my god, if it was like Agni Kakairu, but like he just for some reason looks exactly like McGillis did.
It's like a Riverdale ancestor.
Yeah, right. You know what it would be? It would be like Agni Kakairu origin story, but we would learn that he was the one who created the mobile armor, so he could gain the glory in these Gundams that he created too.
He created this.
Like,
he manufactured the Order of the Seven Star. Actually, honestly, that seems like kind of salient politically. I don't know if I would trust them to handle that well, but like, you know, it's an Ozymandias move. It's manufacturing a crisis to unify the world. It's I can definitely see something interesting happening there.
Agni Kakairu says, I can make a little sixth pier in the corner of the panel.
I can make a little. I can make a little next time on come up as soon as I'm done talking.
You wouldn't fire a Dinsley at Mars. I did 5 minutes ago. Yeah, I don't know. I either that or like just add actual nukes to IBO. Just be like, why did we have to add this? We already have an analog for it.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. It's harder to like Char's counterattackify IBO because it's not like it doesn't have this like kind of more rich character to build off of that we saw through several series like original Gundam UC did. But I don't know. Like fucking like Hush shows up and he's the villain of season 3. Like I don't know, something stupid like that. Ziggy asks, more for Max on this one. Bruh, why you gotta hate on Gundam Calamity like that? What the hell is Gundam Calamity?
I'm Googling this also.
Oh. Calamity Gundam. I think it's okay. I think it's a lot. It's a cool color scheme. I don't ever remember hating on Calamity Gundam. Here, let me.
I'm looking at him.
I think the color scheme is cool.
This is a Transformers to me.
Yeah, I like that the shield has like guns and vents and shit on it. I like that it's like chest vent is like a cavity almost. It's just like this.
The chest vent. The chest vent has a little bit like a snake, but like a snake's hood vibe to it.
It's
which
Arbok.
I kinda like. Yeah, it's a bit Arbok.
I do like the colors, but like I think the shoulders are kind of weirdly rounded with like those two fins sticking down, and like I don't like the weird like curved missile bazooka beam looking launchers on top. I think it's okay. I think a lot of the C designs are just kind of strange to me. Some of them are really good, but this one is kind of But I don't remember ever hating on it. Very sorry.
Yeah.
Ziggy also asks, given that IBO is extremely in conversation with the rest of Gundam as a franchise, which one do you think it plays off of most directly?
I can't answer this question. I don't have the knowledge to answer this question.
I guess, of the ones I've seen, I mean, I think it's easy to say Zeta, because Zeta is such a dark series compared to all the other ones. I mean, one of the touchstones I always come back to is, it tricks you into believing that McGillis is Char and Gaileo is Garma, where it's really the other way around. And that's more of, a direct, Gundam 0079 comparison that, anyone can understand having seen that. It's just the betrayer is now the betrayee. But, just as far as, the grittiness of it goes, I think, I really do think it's, closer to, the original Gundam and, Zeta. You don't have new types or anything like that, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But, the Elia Vignana would be the analog, just because you have, capital B, capital S battle sense. But I think it largely is doing its own thing. It is the gritty Gundam. Everyone knows it's a Gundam. It doesn't have beam sabers. They use real guns and just mash metal against metal. And I appreciate that it's doing its own thing. Every Gundam's gonna have callbacks to other Gundams, of course, because you can't have a 43-year-old media franchise and not do that.
Yeah.
But I think it largely does its own thing enough that I appreciate it. I can recommend this as someone's first Gundam because it's just so separate from everything else.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it.
Yeah. A lot of questions a lot of Max questions in a row here.
Yeah, let's see. Danny asks, do you think Frankie in the Frankie Shogun Iron Pirate could beat Mika in the Barbatos? Do you know about General Frankie, Sarah?
Let me look at the Frankie show. I'm familiar with Frankie. I do not know the Frankie Shogun. Oh, that's a cool fucking robot.
It's a cool robot. I don't want them to fight because I
think Barbatos would mop the floor with this clown.
Oh, absolutely. Frankie doesn't fight to kill. None of One Piece fights to kill.
No, yeah. And Mika cuts the legs out, sword through the cockpit, dead Frankie.
Yeah, very, very sad. Hate to see it. And he'd spill cola everywhere and look like blood.
Mm-hmm.
Elliot at Bodwin Boy Pussy asks, how cool would Majima look in a big robot? I'll accept my answer off the air.
I think I would like to see him doing the respect in the opening cabaret scene. And I would like to see him do that in Barbatos.
I want him to have a
just like him fighting quote unquote Bael, but he's just oh sir, here is your big bottle of wine, and let me make sure you're well cared for in this establishment.
He just fights by doing respectful maneuvers around his opponents.
He just does respect Butler.
He does respect Butler. He literally is respect Butler. But he also has knives and a giant metal club he gets to fight with too.
Yeah, he's got a fucking vibrating knife, a frequency knife from Evangelion.
Yeah, get the prog knife. Danny asks, Max question, if you could swap any previous Gundam Pro tag and drop them into IBO, who would it be and who would you replace? Oh, this is a good one. I'm gonna pick someone from the Gundam that you've seen, Sarah, so we can knock our heads together on this.
Sure.
I think, okay, I want Ramba Rao.
Oh.
I want Ramba Rao as one of the adults who stays on Tekadon after they get after CGS gets taken over.
Dexter Calastor's non-named best friend.
Right, yeah. I don't want Ramba Rao to do accounting, but I want Ramba Rao to be there as an adult, sensible foil to these insane. If Ramba Rao was
another
what Maribit did, basically.
Another Maribit.
Yeah, I think.
So just replace Maribit with Ramba Rao. Max hates.
Right. I mean,
so Max eliminating women from the series. I see how it is.
My dark secret revealed. Not to say the boys just need more father figures, but
they could use one for sure.
A more forceful one who's willing to say, "Don't do this shit."
Their father figure is the epic cowboy from Rise from the Ashes, Ace Attorney. Their father figure is Jake Marshall.
Right, Yuki Noto's not doing any of this. No. Dexter's not doing any of this. I want someone who's gonna tell Orga, fucking stop it.
Dexter teaches them Common Core, though. He does do that.
They do SAT prep every weekend.
Yeah, exactly. Pemdas. Please excuse my Dinesleaf's aim supremacy.
Please excuse my Diamond Leaf. Ah, Shino! That's what episode 46 was about?
Yeah. Not 47. Shino died before the last spate, I remember.
Okay, it was in 40. Maybe it was 45 then.
Yeah, 43, 44, 45, I think. Yeah, because yeah, 45. I'm pretty sure it's 45
in that run.
Speaking of, thank you for. I know I've waxed about the gays that the show ends with, but also thank you for including Yamagi and Shino as like. I would have liked it to be a little more textual. I'm a little bit dissatisfied with Shino saying, wow, there are all types of cool guys here. And, like, it's very clearly, to me, reading in a very gay way. I would have liked it a little bit more explicit, so it wasn't just Yamagi pining from a distance and then his boyfriend explodes, then he finds out, no, he did like boys.
Yeah, like, it's like, it's obviously not like, like Dumbledore.
Right.
Of being like, oh, and by the way, like, it is more textual than
Definitely.
that is.
I just wish that it had, I mean, I get that it's sort of like a tragedy of romance, but like, there's a difference between like a character not real, like, a heterosexual pairing, like a boy not realizing that a girl has feelings for him, and that their feelings are mutual or whatever, and then one of them dies. There's a difference between that and like the gay character not realizing that the bisexual character is like, has the capability to return his feelings. Like, it's a bit on a different level for me.
Yeah.
And it's like,
but again, it's like,
but again, at the end of the day, wife wedding.
We are simply always saying it. Ziggy asks, "Hey, here's one for you, Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
I looked back in Battle Report and I found this gem from Danny. But Sarah, what roles and champs would the Teknon boys play in League of Legends?"
All right, Orga is support easily. He is an engaged support player, probably. I mean, Pyke is the one that I go to for starters. Maybe like Nautilus, maybe a Leona, like anything that can just like go in and go hard. But like, he is just like setting up Mika to kill. So like Mika is playing like some like hyper offensive ADCs. So like Tristana, definitely Mika seems like a Tristana player. Maybe an Ezreal. No, he's a Samira player for sure. Shino's a mid laner. Shino plays like real flashy like AD assassins. Like he's a Zed Talon kind of guy. Kiana maybe. Let's see. Akihiro is a top laner. I'm assigning him Yorick. I just like to think he just likes to play minigame champions where he can just sit in the side lanes and do whatever the hell he wants. Just like make little dudes, pop them out of the ground, keep going. Let's see.
We got one more on the team then.
Atra is a jungler, I think. I think Atra plays like a lot of like magic damage junglers. I think she likes Lilia. Like anything that can like run around and go really fast. So like Lilia. I'm trying to think of other like typically fast moving junglers. I mean Olaf's kind of fast, but like that's more just him using Ghost. Let me look over the jungler tier list. Yeah. Let me see. Maybe a Diana. Let's see. Yeah, definitely Lilia. Maybe Volibear. Maybe. Yeah, that rounds out the team for me. For Tekadon. Yeah. I could go in depth on more characters, but this is what I got.
Pretty good.
Mikazuki also plays Twitch. I'll say this.
Confirmed.
Yeah.
This next one's fun. This one from Cass.
Yes.
Keikaku, translator note. Ichiro Okochi, known for his work on Code Geass, was recently announced as the lead scriptwriter on The Witcher Mercury. Code Geass is notorious for featuring Pizza Hut product placement throughout its run. With this in mind, which brands are you having the cast of IBO partner with, and how would they appear in the show?
I mean, honestly, the only thing my brain goes to with this question is the fucking Wayne's World bit where they're like talking about commercialism and advertising Pizza Hut and Pepsi and Motrin and Nike, but none of those brands really seem fitting for me. I mean, not that Pizza Hut really fits Code Geass or anything.
Yeah, I want they wear Under Armour shirts when they pilot that has a hole in the back for their AV ports.
Oh, fucking imagine like Guy Leo shuts and use me, and then like a pair of Beats by Dre pop out of the thing. Like these AVs connected to his headphones.
Mika calls McGillis the Hershey's chocolate man.
That's pretty good.
Whenever they have like the sippies in space, it's like Capri Sun.
Yeah, it's Capri. It's Capri Sun. No. It's it's like the twist top Kool-Aid thingies.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of like any. I'm trying to think of any other partnerships I would really like. Like, I want to see these mechs just like adorned with branding, like in Tiger and Bunny. It is.
Oh yeah, it's like sponsorships.
It is insane that they took all the branding off of Tiger and Bunny in Netflix release of it. Like, I tried watching it. I was like, what the? Why are there so many close-ups on just like blank pieces of robot suits?
I know. Oh, you know, when they go to Edmonton in season 1, there's like a Tim Hortons in every single shot.
No. They go to Edmonton and there's like a pizza Scott Pilgrim crossover.
Yeah. Oh, God.
When I went to Toronto over New Year's, I saw the Scott Pilgrim pizza. And I have not been able to stop thinking about a guy who's like a weeaboo for Toronto, and like Scott Pilgrim is his Bible, and the pizza is his like the Scott Pilgrim pizza is his own Shibuya crossing.
Yeah. This is just like in like Canadian mangas.
Yeah.
God. Pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. Colin asks, clearly every member of Tekadon is too young to drink alcohol. Since we can't have a cocktail of the season, what is the official soda of our Iron-Blooded Orphans?
I don't know if they're too young to drink alcohol. Like, Eugene and Shino, at the very least, go out for drinks at pub somewhere, or pub always. And, like, they definitely are drinking.
Someday. Right. But, like, we have little kids. Acher can't drink. Acher will let anyone drink if she sees it happening.
She won't let them break edge.
The official soda of Iron-Blooded Orphan. Mountain Dew Livewire.
Mountain Dew Live. God. Mountain Dew Pitch Black, honestly.
Yeah. Pepsi Max.
Pepsi Maximum.
I'm trying to think of, like, if there's a soda that I can, like, turn into a Gundam pun based on the name. Maybe they all drink Crush, because that's what they do to half the fucking mobile suits.
Yeah,
they fight.
I know Eok drinks Crush.
You take a big sip.
Takes a big sippy.
Yummy.
Yummy.
I think, like, well, what even sodas are there anymore? I try not to drink soda.
Moxie.
Yeah. Shasta.
They're all drinking Moxie.
They're all drinking Moxie, drinking fucking store brand. Diet Dr. Bob.
Fucked up in the crib, sipping Dr. Bob.
They're drinking Dr. Barbatos.
They're fucked up in the crib, sipping Dr. Perky. They're fucked up in the crib, eating Okie Dokies. Fucked up in the crib, sipping Dr. Bob. Fucked up in the crib, eating Cat Tots. Fucked up in the crib, eating crispy rice. Fucked up in the crib, and I'm sipping nice. They're sipping nice.
Video Dragon replies, Dr. Flag, I know it's fake when it fits. It's probably not fake statistically. A lot of doctor crossover sodas in like every grocery chain around America.
Yeah. That's my pick.
Dr. Flag is like really good. John at Gundad IBO asks, Barbatos beats everything is a common meme. Are there any other mobile suits from other series you've watched that you think would beat Barbatos? Like, honestly, I don't think Barbatos would beat a lot of these suits. Because, like, you can have nanolaminin armor. I don't know if, like, sure, beams can bounce off of it. I think if you'd, like, shoved a beam saber up at Barbatos, I don't know if it could do a whole lot.
Yeah.
Like, it's a matter of, like, it's Goku versus Superman.
Are there any known power scalers for Gundam?
Yes, like if it's the Quanta or if it's the Turn A or if it's the Unicorn is just like that's the Goku of Gundams pretty much. But like honestly, everyone kind of says Barbatos is like weak just because it doesn't have any ranged options really.
Right.
I
mean, Mika can just Matrix dodge it.
Yeah, like I think. On it, like you could have like the Zeta could defeat it just because it's like maneuverable. You have a beam saber, and like we've seen, suits aren't like they're mostly fine if you get hit with a beam, like how we saw Ride get blasted by the mobile armor. But like, I'm sure if you hit it enough, it would start to be damaged. You know, like if you're able to hang back and just blast it, like you could probably destroy the Barbatos with like a pretty simple grunt suit.
I mean, Dinsley will do the trick.
That's the thing, and like I can't really think of any. Like Zaku's from the original Gundam series use conventional rounds. Like you just do what you know what the fucking gun cannon could take out Barbatos if it tried hard enough.
Get its ass.
If Kai didn't put his mind to it, he could defeat Barbatos.
I think this is true.
This is true.
Gundam mobile suit or not, I think. Or what did you say it was the
gun cannon?
Yeah, the gun cannon. Or not, I think Kai could just beat Barbatos if he wanted to. If he tried really hard.
Yeah, if he was motivated. Jay, Derma985 asks, I mean, this is simple, but what are your top 3 moments from both seasons? I love the reveal of Grey's Ein in season 1 and Hashmal in season 2 a lot, really upping the stakes of the world they built in a big way.
Wife wedding. Definitely. It feels I know I've voiced my botherations with like the aftermath of it, but I think like the Ein Greys, just like the reveal of the Ein Greys is great, and also
Yes.
like Gaelio first saying Ein use me and like popping the Alanya Vinyana system in. But I think like just the scene, the moment of like Ein Greys just wrecking just like basically killing Shino and Laughter and Ozzy and like just going absolutely like I said this in the episode, but I think it's just a really nice reversal of like the sort of fear that like every other pilot that faced down Mikazuki has felt over the course of the season. So that's those are 2. What's my 3? Well, you do your other ones, and I'll think about my 3rd.
Mine, I'm thinking McGillis and Gaelio's final duel.
Yes, that's a great one.
That's up there. Honestly, like the whole Grey's Ein sequence is also up there. That's like might be like my favorite part in the show as a whole. Honestly, I really like Shino's death scene.
That's really up there that might be up there for me too. Trying to think. There's so many good moments. What gets this 3rd spot? Shino's death is really, really up there for me.
There's Fumiton's death.
Good. Yeah, that's up there. I really like a lot of the Dort stuff. Yeah, Fumiton's death. I'll give that one.
Yeah.
I'll give that one the old respect.
Dort is like really fucking dire compared to a lot of the other parts of the show.
It's the only Fumiton, the only character in this show to get a named episode. Besides McGillis. Sorry, I meant to say besides McGillis in that sentence, but I just forgot.
Right. the only unproblematic character.
Yeah.
That's a good top 3 though, I think. Yeah. It's like Shino's death, Grey's Ein popping off, and McGillis and Gaelio's fun adventure wrestle ship.
And then for me, Fumiton death, also Ein Grey's popping off, wife wedding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, wife wedding.
Honestly, actually no, I'm gonna take Fumiton. Sorry to disrespect Fumiton, but I do have to say that just Akihiro Mikazuki Last Stand is just like, it is a scene designed to be as epic as possible, and it fucking works.
It's just a plot for the boys, and I do every time.
It's so good.
All right. Spike asks, you are allowed 1 life swap. Someone who died lives, and vice versa. What are your choices and why? I think that there's like a really cop-out answer here that's like, oh, I wish Biscuit had lived and I wish Rustle had died. But like, I feel like that just changes too many things about everything. So like, I have to give this a think. Like, I think I want Hush to live. I don't know who I'm trading off for Hush to live, but like, I don't really like I didn't like what they did with Hush, really. Like, I liked what he was there to do, but I feel like I felt really underwhelmed by him, and there's another question about him, so we can get in depth on this. I want Hush to live live on in Mikazuki's shadow, I think. And so in exchange for Hush living, I think like maybe Ride dies in that scene instead. Or Dante, but like Dante's not, you can't tell me Dante's a fucking character. Yeah, like that's like the free answer. That's like the cop out,
right? I think Ride is the closest to a character for that I would like to, or to like, I don't know. Maybe I'd give up like maybe Dane but like Dane is also not really a character. Like I feel like I have to give up someone with like actual meaning for this.
Right, you need to ante appropriately for who you're bringing back.
Right, but at the same time, it's like who meaningfully survives to the end that I could like Atra, Kudelia, like. Who I mean, Gaelio, I could, like I said, I could see an ending with Gaelio dying, but I like that Gaelio lived. Honestly, like, I think Julia dying to kill Barbatos would have been that would be good. I like that. Yeah. I do like her dying, but if I just want to find someone to give up of like equal measure to Hush.
Right. I'm struggling because I want Carter to live, but I don't know who I don't know who I'm equivalent exchanging for Carter.
Right, like who do you sacrifice that like, because the thing is that like in order to revive Carter you have to like kill someone from around that time, but like a lot of characters from around that time didn't live. Like, are you gonna give up Biscuit?
Like I can't really kill Makanai
because Makanai just dies, doesn't he? Like off screen.
He dies of old age in the epilogue.
Yeah. He's
alive for everything else. Like,
you can't even kill Noblest because they popped him on the toilet.
Like, I want to...
Worst shit of his life.
If I can kill Chad and take Carta back, I think I could do that.
Yeah, Chad dying in the explosion to save Makanai.
To save Makanai, and Carta lives. Carta can be like another foil in season 2. Like, you could have both Carta and Gaelio fighting against McGillis in the finale.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty fucking sick.
Yeah, that would have been really good.
Carta burned too bright too quickly.
Yeah.
All right. German 995 Jared also asks, how do you feel about the idea that Tekton was literally just fighting to exist as people within a society that was designed to crush them from the start?
I mean, I think that's themes. Like, yeah,
that's like pretty textual.
The master's tools cannot dismantle the master's shed.
Right. I mean, it's like what Julieta says in the very ending. She's like, they were more human than anyone else. Like, there are places on the battlefield, and like they were human in those moments when they were fighting.
They left it all in the court.
Yeah.
Like, I think they could have just, like, yeah, they wanted to exist. Like, they needed a complete overthrow and overhaul, and like, this is part of why Tekadon failed. Like, they just couldn't manage it, and like, not as like a value judgment on them. It was just like a really fucking hard task with like the super cops, and then like the super cops of the super cops, like, coming after.
Right, it's like
ass.
a double Sisyphus.
Right, just hard, and they did what they could, and like the echoes of the changes that they made are being felt, but like it's a very muted effect. And I've talked a lot about the ending. I feel like I am just talking in circles at this point.
Yeah. Ziggy asks, do you want to do a revolution?
Yes.
We're recording this on June 28th, 2022. Extremely, yes.
Yeah, very much so. I'm very glad I'm working this weekend, so I do not have to experience the 4th of July celebrations with my family.
Oh boy, what a tremendous time.
Yeah, it's my to just give you a kind of taste of the kind of person who would be hosting this 4th of July event, it would be my uncle, who had a target posted up for about 6 years in the yard of his cottage of Osama bin Laden, and he would just do target practice on it just outside of his cottage, just chilling.
Damn, that sure is patriotic.
Yes.
We got a question from Cass, who asks, what are your thoughts on the Elia Banana system, and how do you feel about the way it ties into the depictions of disability within the show?
I've been thinking about this question so much, because like I really like the way that it like textually ties Mikazuki to war. Like, the way that he can only like quote unquote function normally is when he's attached to the Elia Vinyana system, and his body just doesn't work otherwise. But like, and I think that is a poor representation of what the life of a disabled person would be. A person who does not have the use of their left leg and left arm, who could just like live a perfectly reasonable life. But at the same time, it makes sense for Mikazuki to come to that conclusion. But also at the same time, I don't want to be like one of those people that's like, well, this lady character loves to show off her big titties, and so she's valid to do it, and that's why I have to draw her like this. And it's something that I've been thinking a lot about it, and I think there's also like, because like who ends the show in us, like it's just Gaelio, right? Everyone else is just
Gaelio. He's in a wheelchair.
Right,
that's it.
Right, and I don't know. Like, I think the way that like I'm becoming disabled and then like being utilized, his like rage and furor being utilized by the state and co-opting his disability. I think there's something to that.
Yeah, it's like it's very fraught. There's definitely like I think textually relevant.
There's not enough.
The show talks about this.
There's not enough of it to me. I think that like I definitely expressed like the theme of like at the end of the show when Mikazuki is literally tethered to Barbatos and he cannot like walk over to Cadelia to give her a hug. I think that's a really nice scene, but at the same time it's like, what if this is the writer saying this is what disability, this is how bad disability is, that you would rather die in war than accept it, versus what is Mikazuki coming to that conclusion, which I can completely rationally see Mikazuki coming to this conclusion with the way that he talks about other things. Like it's Orga's orders and he's living them.
Right. It's like, it's hard to balance the idea that like Mika is literally making a deal with the devil to continue fighting and continue like being able to support Tekadon, and at the same time being like, oh, and like the greatest punishment he can pay is like physical disability. Like it's interesting while it's very, very fraught and hard to like walk around, because it's hard to tell like with what level of sensitivity the writers are coming at it with.
Right. I think it just like it feels cheap, I guess. Like it feels included because they wanted to include it, and it does not feel like they have done the necessary legwork to incorporate this. And I think there could be a really salient push. I think there could be a really salient talking points with this, but they would need like, I think they would have needed like sensitivity consultants on this to like talk through it to like figure something out. Because like I can definitely feel a skeleton of something here, but it just kind of feels like deployed and not really used meaningfully.
Right. Yeah. It's definitely like I think it's just not fleshed enough.
Yeah.
Fleshed out enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Zgok Sock asks, "What mobile suit would be the best one night stand? No romance, just pure lust."
I'm letting Hashmal fucking destroy me. Like
bird mode.
Absolutely, just fucking just ruin me.
Yeah, I'm calling Miss Vidar over. Final question from John, Gundad IBO. Do you think Hush Midi should have been introduced earlier in the series as a rival pilot to Mikazuki within Tekkadan?
Honestly, either that or just give him more in the second season. Like, I like a lot of the stuff that we spent time with instead of Hush. Like, the entire Takaki Dante arc, or not Dante, Aston. I had to think about what fucking car James Bond drives. That's how I remember his name. Like, I like a lot of stuff that like they would have made good fertile ground for Hush. I just think like, I think if they just introduced him sooner, they could have given him more legroom. And it just, I feel like it feels like the show is telling me at the end, you care about this character, and like, I like him.
I guess I do on paper.
I do kind of like. I don't dislike Hush for any reason. I think his interactions are fun. I like the way that he is like. I like the way that he is Mikazuki's carrier, and like the way that he like converts from being Mikazuki, I hate you because you're so epic, and I want to be as good as you to, oh god, this dude is fucking sick as hell, and I want to be as good as him.
He's my senpai now.
I like that flip. I just don't think I get enough of him. So yeah, I think that like this would just introducing him earlier and letting him do more, especially given like the number of Tekkadan pilots who they really don't do, like Chad and Dante really just feel wildly unfleshed out as characters to me. And then they introduce those guys have been there since like episode 1, and like we do get some stuff for each of them, but like I would have rather seen one of them have more character than have Hush have this like character arc jammed in without much. There's a lot of skeleton here, but not a lot of meat on the bones.
Right. If like I think for me, if Hush was a character, if he was one of like the older Tekkadan boys, maybe like a year or two younger than like the main Tekkadan leadership in season 1, and like was always angling to be able to get in a mobile suit and fight, and he gets to see Mika and then Akihiro and then Shino go out and get their own mobile suits, that like, you know, you could like have that as a rivalry and like build up to more like, you know, mutual battlefield respect.
I said something glibly near the start of season 2 that I was like, I'm sure that I'm eating cereal and saying Hush maybe will never get a Gundam, and the fact that Hush doesn't get a Gundam feels really weird. Like I'm not like, I don't know, they don't find more Gundams to pull out of the ground. Like they don't overlook him. Like obviously like Shino, Akihiro, all of them getting their Gundams makes sense to me. But like it feels weird that he doesn't. Hush just occupies such a weird space in the story for me that I feel like it's just not. He's drawing on archetypes that I like, and I like him, but he does not. Like I said, there's a skeleton here. But there's just not enough meat on the bones.
Yeah, the show tells you he's more important than he.
Yeah, exactly. They tell, don't show. The death that they give him is so wild.
Yeah, poor Bakugo.
Yeah,
he's just waiting to catch up to Mika. But yeah, hey, and that's our mailbag.
That's mailbag.
That was a good mailbag. That was like, I think, the perfect amount of like stuff to get through.
Yeah.
I mean, coming back around, just like kind of final thoughts. IBO good. It's not my favorite Gundam. I think it's like solidly in like the A tier of Gundam for me.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I'm very excited to revisit it because like I was just watching some AMVs and I was like watching like one of the things just like focused heavily on the final fight with Akihiro and Mikazuki versus the world, and I realized that I just like spent so much time staring at my like typing up notes that I had just like not paid enough attention, I think, to like I think this close read really did help, but there was just like I feel like a lot of stuff I couldn't really appreciate because I was in close read mode 24/7, and I'm excited to experience this again without that.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It's a fun show to show to people just because like you know all the epic moments that are going to happen, the epic highs and lows of high school Tekkadan. Yeah. it's Wild Robot seal of approval. I mean, it was good. So I guess now we have. Is it your robot of the week, Sarah?
Fuck. I forgot about Robot of the Week.
I'm just gonna say it's yours because this will be your last one.
Yeah.
Like if you ever come back on the pod in the future. But for now, my hand is hovering over the eject button.
This is sending me into hell space.
I'm throwing you back into the soup.
No, not the soup.
So what's the robot of the week?
Not the soup. You know what? My robot of the week is gonna be GLaDOS.
We love GLaDOS. Portal 2 is on Switch today.
Yeah, kind of a MILF. Reblog.
Kind of a MILF reblog. I really wish that they would have made it so that your Joy-Con colors would be your Portal colors, but that I feel like is hard to program.
Yeah, that would be really hard.
That would have been really cool though.
Yeah.
It'd been really cool though.
I kind of honestly, I don't think that the Joy-Cons, do the Joy-Cons have unique signatures to them that they would be able to identify? Okay, the red one.
Yes, they do.
Oh, I didn't know that. Is there other games that do that?
Do you have a Switch with colored Joy-Cons?
Yeah, I do. Oh, yeah, you're right. I forgot about that.
It's like you can see it on the controller screen, and then when you slot them in, it's like a little color bar comes down from the side of the screen. It's
yeah,
cool.
Okay. Yeah, it does do that, and it doesn't do that with the gray ones, because I had a gray Switch. And
it must just be like an RGB thing built into it, because any colored Joy-Con, it will be that color when you slot it into the Switch.
Interesting. Huh, that would be cool.
Yeah. Well, hey, we're closing out, Sarah. How about those plugs?
You can check me out on Twitter at Sunhatzhenya, SUNHATZHENYA. You can listen to the other podcasts that I do. The ones are Forward ReZero and Fear Baiting, which will hopefully be coming back soon. I just need to get the ball rolling on that. The Forward ReZero is a ReZero rewatch podcast. Sorry, I'm losing. I was about to say losing consciousness. I'm not doing that bad. I'm just flagging a bit. I need some dinner. Fear Baiting horror movie podcast that I do. Max is due to be on an episode soon. Do you remember a movie you picked out, Max? I'm trying to recall off the dome.
It's Dead Alive.
Oh, classic.
Great movie.
But yeah, that's all my other shows are in my Twitter bio. Yeah, that's it. Commission my friend Emily Hammersley at EMILYHAMMERSLEY. Just sorry to do a plug for someone else. Just Moose could use some help, and I'm using my platform. He does really. I've commissioned Moose 6 or 7 times over the 2-ish years I've known him, and it's always great art.
Fuck yeah, hell yeah. And I'm Max. You can go to Twitter at MaxyBajillion to find me. You can listen to Pod Agreed at Pod Agreed Cast on Twitter. You can listen to Slappers Only at Slappers Only Pod on Twitter. Those are my other main active shows. You can go to Noisepace.xyz to listen to all of our shows. Thank you, Matt GameCube, who runs that whole damn thing. This is the final Iron Blooded Orphans episode. Sarah, it has been an absolute pleasure. I couldn't have picked a better co-host for this show.
This has genuinely been such a delight. I said as much in the Discord, but when you reminded me that I was due for this back in January, I was really freaked out because I was going into my what I thought then was my final semester, would turn out to just be the final semester of my bachelor's degree. And I was I don't know if I'm gonna be able to contribute to this meaningfully. I'm worried I'm not gonna be able to, but it was just such a fucking such an incredible way to relieve stress for me. This was a really much needed pressure valve for everything else going on in my life over this past 4 or 5 months that we've been doing this, and it's been an absolute delight. You are genuinely such a good fucking co-host. I'm really envious of whoever gets to step into my shoes next.
Yeah, well, next we'll be talking about Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn with Callie and Steven. I think Callie's done. I think she was on Departure Lounge, a Hunter x Hunter pod, and Steven does Disney Minus, which is just going through a lot of bad and sometimes good Disney Plus shows and movies. So, God, next week I need to think of a new intro music. I have art ready, but I have a lot of assets of the show to lock down. I have to send Matt GameCube my new episode art. So tune in next week. You won't hear funny Baka Mitai is the opening anymore. I don't know what it'll be, but it'll be funny, hopefully.
Respect.
Big respect. And Sarah, what do we always say at the end of every episode?
War is bad.
But wow, cool robots. Bye-bye.
Bye.